All right, welcome back to another lesson. Giving all glory, praise, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kakodash. That's the Most High, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace, mercy, and grace to the household of faith, beginning with the 144,000. The service to prophets, on to the rest of the elected Israel. Double honors to the elders of Israel, the elders of GMS. Peace, mercy, and grace again to the household of faith. All right, faith is going to be the tool necessary to, as well as the covering of the Most High, to through His only begotten Son, of course, to get through these financial woes. I was inspired through this quick little lesson as I'm looking at yet another doom and gloom video. When you had the prophets, the true men of the Lord set up through Great Millstone, speaking and prophesying of doom and gloom to come and financial woes and hard times. Many people didn't take it serious. They said that'll never happen because, like the scripture says, when you're in the days of prosperity, there is no remembrance of affliction. And in the days of affliction, there's no remembrance of prosperity. So, this being spiritual Egypt, we had a spiritual 7 years of plenteousness like it was in the time of Joseph in Egypt. And then now we're entering into that 7 years of famine, all right, of hard times, which seven is a spiritual number for completion or perfection. So we're coming into a complete, perfect time of suffering, which the elect are going to be found faithful and true and worthy of salvation. And, the rest of the world is going to be condemned. So, I'm listening to this video, and you got Jake right here pretty much calling out the fact that, shit is too much. Things are too high. He's going through the numbers, saying how much a house used to cost once upon a time in London, how much the average salary used to be, and what what housing costs now, and what the average salary is, and how it doesn't make sense, and how it's too high, and how basically you have to spend. You're pretty much just working to pay your essential bills, not even to do anything fancy in life. Because there was a time where you had money after your bills were paid to enjoy life a little. And again, those times are coming to naught because the biblical prophecies of the end of this age are coming to pass. And it's a time like none other. And the replacement is here, which is, artificial intelligence. And I'm not going to play the video clip. Well, I'll just play a little bit to see where it is right here. Then I'm going to show some other things.
£100 a month from their wage. Let's do 27,000 divided by 500. It's going to take them 54 months, which is 5 years basically. It'll take you 5 years to save that 27 grand.
You see, when you was in Atlanta, you seen the equivalent of what an area that's zone 5 in Atlanta will look like.
So again, Jake just having an intelligent conversation about the numbers and how much it's costing to get, basics and just basically live, and how it's unsustainable. So you go in the comments and people are quoting the WEF, and everybody's saying they're agreeing. Somebody said they lived in London their whole life. It's disgusting what happened to the place. It's all by design. Everybody's confirming. Really, the people are all in one spirit when it comes to this. Like, yeah, something ain't right. We can't afford nothing. And then just even on my timeline for YouTube, just look at what the algorithm feeds me. The AI revolution countdown, 90 days to reskill. The housing market is about to get much worse. Nothing but doom and gloom on my timeline. The job market still sucks ass. Is the housing market about to crash? Supply says yes. Will AI take our jobs? New EBT food stamp rules. No more buying junk food. This is telltale signs we at the motherfucking end. You understand what I'm saying? This is it. So I'm going to get here while I'm here. This is Matthew 24:7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." We know the earthquakes are happening. They not talked about like that. But we just had a random earthquake that was felt here in Georgia a few weeks ago. Pestilences are coming back. They're talking about I saw somebody post some type of what you call it, a fungi that can eat you from within. Then you got China talking about a new COVID, right? Famines, which is a scarcity of food. We starting to see that. Even though it's being systematically done, it's still a famine. If the people don't have access to a food, that's still a famine. So, and then the next verse says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." The beginning of sorrows. These are the birth pains associated with the kingdom of heaven coming onto this earth. It's going to be through much tribulation, as Apostle Paul said. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So I got Luke 21 in my mind. I want to hit that. Luke 21 in the return of Christ. All right, Christ is the Messiah. This is the Messiah, the Hebrew Israelite prophet, prophesied in Deuteronomy 18. The Most High said he'll raise up a prophet, which the Lord rose up many prophets, but the most important prophet risen up was the Messiah. Christ means anointed or Messiah. So this is the return of the Messiah, which was in the Hebrew Israelite himself, who was chosen to save his people, which are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, so verse 25, Luke 21:25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in stars. Right, and we've seen various lunar eclipses, various blood moons, pink moons, that moon, this eclipse, that, right? And in the stars, we've seen all type of stuff going on in the stars, in the heavens, signs above, right? And it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations, right? Distress of nations. The people are perplexed because this thing is not just a Babylon the Great United States issue. This is in London. This is all over the place. I was watching another video compilation, and it was somebody, a chick that was back and forth between here and her homeland in South Africa, and she was talking about how expensive shit is in South Africa too. So, like it says, distress of nations with perplexity. And that word perplexity goes into a lack of resources. Let's prove it. Perplexity. Right? Get that goddamn Greek. Aporia. The state of one who is in perplexity. Root word of that. And it says, aporeo, to be without resources. To be in straits. Straits, right? Which is positions of difficulty. To not know how you're going to pay your bills. How you're going to pay for your essential things. To be left wanting. To be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not know which way to turn. That's how everybody is now. They don't know which way to turn. They in doubt. Things are changing stupid, scary fast right now. People don't know what to do. The things that used to work, the go to school, get a job, get a career, get an internship. All of these things that used to work are not working. People are left wanting. They're embarrassed. They're on social media showing themselves living in their cars. Okay, this is embarrassing. I got a bachelor's degree and I'm living in my car. I just seen another clip. We're making six figures and we're still not enough. To be at a loss with oneself, to be in doubt, to not know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. So this is prophecy happening right now. The sea and the waves roaring. This can go into the actual tsunamis and things happening in the waters. But the sea and the waves, the waters also represent people too. So this can be equivalent to uproars of the people. People sighing and crying and upset. Let's, because like I said, this is all that's on my timeline. Look at this one. Our nation has no jobs. Joblessness in America will reach record high in 2025. Like, this is all doom and gloom. This is it. Will Sam Altman and his AI kill us all? Like, this is it. And these videos are getting thousands and thousands of views. People are paying attention to this because you can no longer say, oh, it's a conspiracy. Oh, that'll never happen. No way. It's clear right now because everybody knows somebody that's fucked up right now. And people ain't talking about it openly like that. In public and out and about, people got to go on the internet and find people of similar minds and hear about this shit and be who they really want to be and say what they want to say. But everybody feeling this shit, and you can feel it when you go out here. You can feel it. Like I said, I was just watching this video, and right here,
inflation affecting everybody.
Dude said he don't even want to talk to nobody. That shit was funny. Let me play it a little bit. These ain't number of clips of people just complaining, burnt out, as you see, broke, burnt down, and barely surviving. And this the girl from South Africa I told you about.
It's hard to get a job in this country. God be with us and God be with South Africa. That's all that I can say.
I'm just so fed up with everything. I don't want to talk to nobody anymore. I don't want to make any new friends. I don't have any anyways. have money to go anywhere. Can't go on vacation. I feel like I know I'm not the only one mentally just exhausted right now, but I don't know how much more I can take.
Facts, bro. Shit. Let's go back to that Matthew 24, cause like it says in verse 12, Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity shall abound, because in the midst of all these troubles, iniquity is abounding. When you check your social media algorithms and you scroll down, and I'm always seeing shit that got me like, man, this is off, this is wrong, this is stupid, this is folly. Like, why is this out here? Everybody got a goddamn camera and a microphone, and they putting the most heinous shit out there on the internet, man. This is iniquity abounding, right? And it says the love of many shall wax cold. So you're gonna have a lot of guys, because it's really the guys that's gonna be in this spirit, because women are always kind of like in this goofy, you gotta be positive, you can't, they don't live in the real world. But men, like this guy right here, we live in the real world. So being in the real world, we don't have people to come in and always be here at our rescue like women do. Like, women will always have a man that's ready to save them and willing to save them. If we don't have value as men, the world pretty much don't give a damn about us, and it affects our mood. It puts us in a spirit where we don't want to talk. We ain't in the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's upsetting, and it really plays on your psyche, and it's a miracle that most men are not snapping more than they should be. But it's coming though. It's coming. Let the power grid go out. You know what I'm saying? Let this shit go ahead and fall. You're gonna see guys probably just like him. They gonna go out and go crazy. I guarantee you. Because like they say, when you have nothing else to lose, you lose it. And people are getting to that point where they ain't got nothing else to lose. And people are getting upset. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one more thing, because I know I quoted it earlier about the plenteousness of Egypt. If I can remember what that is, let's try Genesis 41. Okay, Genesis. Yep, Genesis 41 and 25. This is Joseph, who was an Israelite, descendant of Jacob, and he's in captivity under Pharaoh, sold by his brothers, right? And he's a man that the Most High is dealing with, so he has this wisdom. He's able to discern this dream that Pharaoh, who was an Egyptian, had. All right, now, if I'm not mistaken, they say Joseph was the one they call Imhotep, but I don't know that for sure, but I've heard that before. So, and Joseph said, this is Genesis 41:25, and Joseph said unto Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. God have showed Pharaoh what he is about to do. Verse 26, the 7 good kind, which these are like cows. It says the 7 good kind are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years, and the dream is one. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kind that, and if I'm saying it wrong, forgive me, that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh, what the Most High is about to do. He showeth unto Pharaoh, because the Most High, he's a man. He's not a man of doing things out of the blue without some type of warning. That's how he shows his power, like by letting you know, hey, I'm gonna do this, and then doing it, right? That's kind of the Most High's MO. So he's showing, and he has a way of revealing his secrets into people on the earth, and he always uses the prophets one way or another, because here he didn't give the dream directly to Joseph, but he gave it to someone who had Joseph around him to interpret the dream. So Joseph is kind of acting like, in a sense, a prophet. So this is verse 28, this is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh, what the Most High is about to do, he showeth unto Pharaoh. Right, that's Isaiah 42. Before things pass, I showeth thee. Isaiah Yeshaya. Yeshaya sounds so much better than Isaiah. This is Isaiah 42 and 9. Behold, the former things will come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Do the Most High open the clouds and tell you? Does he appear before you in a flame? Nah, he has a way of appearing, but he ain't got to do all that. I mean, he came via his angel to Moses through a burning bush, but he can do it through a dream, which is common when you read the scripture. So this is 41 in Genesis 41 and 29. It says, behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt, and there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land, and the plenty shall not be known in land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous. And for that dream was double unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by the Most High, and the Most High will shortly bring it to pass. Woo! So, spiritual Egypt. So we had our time of plenteousness here. Now we coming into that time where it's a wrap. Babylon is falling. Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore, verse 7, it says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. That's the Babylon the Great mentality. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. So we coming into the time of what? Death and mourning and famine. And then what's going to happen shortly after? The missiles are going to get shot, and this place is going to get burnt up with fire, man. We at the end. This is it. This is it, man. This is it. We close. It might not be this year, next year, the year after, but we still within that time. The Lord is going to speed this thing and hasten this thing, man. We at the end. Lord willing, we keep the faith. Lord willing, this edifying lesson. All right. Lord willing, we covered. If not, Lord willing, hey, whatever, man. But Lord willing, we are that fold, man. All right, so I'm giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Shai once more. Till next time, Shalom.